almost that time of that year where for the whole month we are going to celebrate the Andal Pashrams, the glory of Andal of Srivilliputtur. Now, Andal is one of the greatest personalities of all times, and she is a historical personality because we believe it is written sometime in the end of 7th century or 8th century. So Andal is very much a part of the history, and it is not mythology, it's something that happened in Srivilliputtur. Now Andal is celebrated throughout India because the saints and sages of Tamil Nadu, where Andal was born, she was born in Srivilliputtur, a village close to Madurai. I've been there, I have performed there, and it's a fantastic village, a very divine village. And if you get a chance, I think you all should go there. And there she was born, and I'll tell you the story of how she was born and why the name Andal, why the name given to her is also I'm going to narrate in this coming story. Now, if you look at Andal's life, it's incredible. It's beyond a human life. What can be beyond human life other than God itself? So we are going to talk about the story of goddess Andal. Now, every year we do this. This is a celebration, and Kalamandapam has taken this task of doing 30 days of celebration by doing the Telugu verses in dance and Tamil translation. Whereas last year we did Tamil dance and Telugu translation, and I'm very, very fortunate to have gone into that family of Tirumalai, where my father-in-law has written the glories of Andal and translated these pashrams. Pashrams are nothing but slokas in praise of the Lord. So that he has translated, Kuntimati Sarma garu, my father-in-law. So I feel extremely lucky that I am able to introduce Andal's story this evening to all of you, and from tomorrow on you will be seeing cultural programs. So now let me start the story. The story of Andal goes like this. There was a scholar, a priest by name Sri Vishnuchitta. Vishnuchitta was in a village called Villiputtur. This village, as I told you before, is very, very close to Madurai in Tamil Nadu. So this Andal story, basically, it's born in Tamil Nadu but has penetrated through various parts of the great land, India. So what happened is, this Vishnuchitta was a priest in a nearby Vishnu temple. He's very, very much dedicated to Lord Vishnu. He was a Vaishnava. At that time, he was very dedicated. However, there was a lag in his life, that is a want of children. So the Lord understood, I guess. And one day, there is a little garden called Tulasi Kota. Tulasi Kota is where the sacred basil, in English translation, Tulasi is the sacred basil. You can see this. Now the weather is not very conducive, but however we are growing the Tulasi inside the house. It's a very, very sacred plant for us. Now in this Tulasi Kota, when he went there to offer prayers, to his great amazement and amusement, he found a little baby on the earth. Now she's the gift of earth. She's the gift given by Bhudevi. So that is why she is called Kodai, or in Telugu, Goda Devi. He named her Kodai or Goda. Now the girl was growing up, like he said, she was very cheerful, she was playful, she was always very positive and always in contemplation. For a little girl to be in contemplation is not heard of. It's not that common. Now she was in contemplation with whom? With Lord Vishnu. She always was narrating the glories of Lord Vishnu, and she was identifying herself as a gopi, as a Radha to Krishna. So Then as she was growing up, it was all beautiful, for a father to watch a girl so much interested in God's matters and things like that. She would go to the temple, she'll take the tulsi and then offer garlands to Lord Krishna or Ranganatha or Vishnu. They're all the same. Just it's a different names for at a different context. That's about it. So she was offering flowers. Then Vishnu Chitta was very, very happy that his daughter is very dedicated. But then one day what happened, he saw his daughter coming to the temple. And one more thing here, very important thing, she never came alone to the temple. She always woke her friends up and said, hey, get up. You're sleeping like Kumbhakarna. It's time to go to the temple. Let's all go and then, make garlands and then offer it to Lord Ranganatha or Lord Krishna. So come on. So she would go house to house for 30 days. And each house she will narrate a poem that was actually her own composition. It was at the spur of the moment. It's because of her bhakti. She could narrate a poem and they are called the Pashurams. So 30 days she has gone to her friends' houses in the morning, maybe about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then collect all her friends, go to the river, take a bath, and then go to the temple and offer these beautiful garlands. So that's all very beautiful. That's all wonderful. But then what happened, one day her father noticed, that is Vishnu Chitta, noticed that his daughter is wearing the garland first and then putting it to the Lord. I mean, that is not a protocol. That's wrong. According to average person. We all have average bhakti. So in this devotion, the process is different. You offer something to the Lord, then you eat it. So that is Naivedya becomes prasad. So then you eat it. Or you offer a garland to the Lord, and then you take those flowers and adorn it in your hair or, hold it or whatever. So that is a normal thing. But in this case, what happened? Godadevi, what she was doing is she's making garlands, and then she wore the garland. And then she would put it on the Lord. And then she will wear it again. And she will go up to a well that is nearby her house, the Vishnu Chitta's house, and then she look into the well, and there is these still waters that she will see her shadow with the garland, and she is all very, very, very happy. This is her routine. But her father never saw her first wearing garland and then, going and offering it to God. One day he caught her. He was upset, he was annoyed, he was frustrated, he was angry. I mean, that is not the way she was raised. She was raised that Lord is supreme. You offer to the Lord and then you take it. She is not the supreme. Because for Vishnu Chitta, she's a little girl, his daughter. But the universal truth is different. Now, he gets mad with her and then he takes the garland, takes it out of the Lord's, he's wearing it. He takes it out and he says, oh Lord, please forgive my daughter. Please forgive me, for letting her do this because I never taught her this. I don't know why it happened like this. And he was in tears. But Godadevi said, it's okay, the Lord likes the garland that I wear. Then he said, no, stop it. What kind of imagination is this? The Lord is the supreme. And you can't be doing this. So she said, no, I can. And he was very angry. Then he stayed back at the temple that evening and then he slept. He was crying and crying and crying and finally he sleeps. When he sleeps, the Lord Ranganatha or Lord Krishna or Mahavishnu, whatever you choose to call him, he comes in the dream of Vishnu Chitta and he says, the flowers that you have taken, the garland that you have taken out of my body, the one that I was wearing, and you threw it, that offended me. The thing that I like the most is what your daughter wears. I want to wear the same garland that your daughter wears first, and then I want to wear it. Why did you do this? I am not angry at you at all, but I cannot understand why you did not realize that your daughter's garland, the aroma it gives me the greatest pleasure of all times. Then Vishnu Chitta runs back home and he was confused. He was at the same time very happy that the Lord has chosen his daughter, where her garland becomes extremely important to the Lord. And then again, that she has to wear it. Then time goes like this. Then there was a time when Vishnu Chitta was looking for grooms for his beautiful daughter. Then she says, I don't want to see any groom. I am not interested to see any groom. I really want to marry Lord Krishna or Lord Ranganatha. Then he was shocked. He said, how can you marry the Lord? I mean, we can't perceive him. He is not something that you can perceive. The Lord is in the form of an idol. And how can you marry him? So this is absurd. Then he continues to see the groom. Now here I want to make a small point here. See, this is about the 7th, 8th century. Look at the liberation that was given. Look, the women's liberation we are talking about. The liberty that was given to choose a husband. Even in those days, the women could speak up and tell whom they want to marry. And so India is far ahead of things, I guess, if we have to look at a civilization point of it. So then what happened? He was looking and she refused to see anybody. And the whole village was kind of gossiping and kind of laughing also. How could God marry Lord Ranganatha? The Lord is the Lord. How can you marry the Lord? He's not tangible. You can't marry him. But God said, no, I'm going to marry him. So finally, the Lord again appears in Vishnu Chitta's dream and says, it's time for you to make all the arrangements for the wedding of your daughter with me. So the wedding preparations were done, and Goda was ready as a beautiful, beautiful heavenly bride. And then the palanquin has come, and then she sits in the palanquin, and all the devotees, they go to Lord Ranganatha's temple. As they are nearing Ranganatha's temple, she jumps, and then she goes into Sanctum Sanctorum. That's where the sacred idol is there. And she merges with the Lord. So this is the story of Andal or Goda. Now the name Andal is because she is a beautiful woman that controlled even the Lord. See, that is the story of Andal. Now question is it possible for a human being to be one with the Lord? She merged with Lord. That's what I told you. Is it possible to do that? So how can a human being merge with the Lord? So according to Vaishnava philosophy, I'll tell you, there is a Prakriti, the female aspect, and Purusha, the male aspect. Now, the creator is also the creator of the Prakriti, the female aspect. Now let us take, for example, an ocean. Can it merge? That's our question. Can it merge? Can a human merge with the Lord? We humans, we have a lot of aspects of the Lord, but we are not the Lord. But we have an ability to mix with the Lord. That is Vaishnava philosophy. We have that ability to merge with the Lord. Now, how is it possible? Human qualities are different. God's qualities are different. How is it possible? But as I told you before, we humans, we have some properties of the God. not the entire properties of God. Now let us take an example of an ocean. Now you take ocean. Ocean has certain properties. Ocean has water, hydrogen and oxygen molecules, and then it has salt in it, and it is in constant motion. And there are waves coming up and down and up and down. This is the nature of the ocean. So when you look at an ocean, you know the waves are gushing in and out. That is the major property that we perceive. Now say, for example, you take a little pot and bring that water out. Now the pot water, is it ocean water? Yes. Does it have all the properties of the ocean? Answer is no. It has some properties. It is still water, hydrogen and oxygen. It still has some salt, but it is missing the wave nature of the ocean. Now, is it the same or is it different then? Is God and human beings, are they same or are they different? They are neither same nor different. That's the only answer we can give. Then how can they become same? As long as this water is in the pot, they are different. But take this same water and pour it back into the ocean. Spontaneously, it gains all the properties of the ocean. The salt, the water, and the waves. Everything will be happening. So it gains all that. So it's the same thing with bhakti, with absolute devotion, with the Sharanagati, we can absolutely reach the Lord. Because we have some properties of God. And we can merge with the Almighty. Now this is called Sharanagati in Vaishnava philosophy. And there is one very important shloka. Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmanava prakriti svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. This is the total surrenderance. That is what is very important to Vaishnavism. You surrender yourself to the Lord. Either you hold Him or you let the Lord hold you. So it is surrendering that ego, and that's when you can merge with the Lord. So when you dedicate yourself to the Lord, to Mahavishnu, or the Lord of your choice, when you dedicate without any selfish or egocentric interest, completely give yourself to the Lord, then that kind of devotion will take you to merge with the Lord. Now, this devotion or bhakti in Vaishnava philosophy is looked as two-folded. Now, one is called Marjala Bhakti, the other is called Markata Bhakti. Marjala means cat. The bhakti of a cat. What does that mean? Now, observe a cat. The kittens are there. The kittens are moved from place to place. I believe about 7 places they are moved before they become young adults to roam around by themselves. Now, the kittens are moved by holding the neck of the kittens. The cat takes the kittens from place to place. The kittens completely surrender. They are not afraid that the mother might bite them. Remember, the cat is holding the kittens by their neck and then gently placing them at different places for their safety. That is in the same way. Let the Lord take care of you. You don't do anything. Just completely surrender to Him. Trust Him. Believe in Him. Forget that you are the body, you are the mind, you are the intellect, you are the soul. Forget everything. Just surrender. Then He will take care of you. Just like the Marjalam or the cat has taken care of its kittens. That is called Marjala Bhakti. Now, some people are very emotional and they are in a different kind of a bhakti. That bhakti is called Markata Bhakti. Markata Bhakti is The Lord says, it's up to you. What you want to do, you do it. And you want to sing the glories of the Lord, you want to praise the Lord, you want to read books, you want to chant hymns and all that. And you forget yourself to the point where you completely hold on to the Lord and say, hey Lord, you take me wherever you want to take. And then, see, that is called Markada Bhakti. See, for example, take care of a monkey. The monkey babies are there. The little monkeys are there. The little monkeys have a task to do. When the monkey is jumping, the mother monkey is jumping, or the father monkey, mostly I see the mother monkey, is jumping from one tree to the other tree, or one branch to the other branch. We see the little monkeys holding on to the mother. Holding on to the mother so tight. And the mother really roams around. But the baby monkeys are very safe. Extremely safe. That they are holding on to that they have that strong faith. Nothing will happen to them. So the monkey jumps from one branch to the other, one tree to the other, mountain to the tree to the mountain. Doesn't matter. The kids are holding on. That is called Markada Bhakti. Either you develop Marjala Bhakti or you develop Markada Bhakti. The objective is to reach the Almighty, and you will. This is how Andal has merged with Lord Ranganatha, and from tomorrow on there will be an Andal dance, the Pachurams that are done by in the Tirupavai, the book where all these Pachurams are written, and then we can have that, and also we can have some cultural programs, celebrating this beautiful month. See, this December month, this is called Dhanurmasam. Growing up, I remember me and my family, my brothers, sisters, my parents, we all would go to Sri Ranganatha temple. We practice Vaishnava philosophy. So we would go to Ranganatha temple early in the morning, and we all will do pashrams. And it is said that when these pashrams are read by young girls, just like the Andal got Ranganatha as her husband, these young girls, when they get married, they will be marrying a person that would be very similar to Lord Ranganatha. So with that ambition, we all used to read these poems every single morning for 30 days. And I'm telling you, this is my personal story. And finally, when I finished the 30 Pashrams at a certain age, then my husband came. And at that time, he was not, of course, my husband. He came and he married me. And soon after, these pashrams are done. So we believe, the proof of the pudding is me. Those who are interested, to get a husband like Ranganatha, then you do 30 pashrams, 30 days. And then without any selfishness, you surrender to the Lord, and the Lord will give you the best of the best in any endeavor. Can be husband, can be anything else, job or related thing, whatever you want, you will achieve that. That is the beauty of this. And also, Nachiyar Tirumozhi is the 143 verses that Andal has written. This is the other work of Andal. And in this, there are 143 pashrams, and they are all talking about the glories of the Lord. And Nachiyar meaning the goddess herself. So Andal has done this phenomenal work, and she's known as one of the Alvars. Alvars are those that contemplate in the glory of the Lord. So she's one of the Alvars, and she's Goddess Lakshmi herself, married to Lord Mahavishnu. And this is Sri Veliputtur story, and please watch us every day evening for our 30 pashrams, and more will be posted as we come closer to the day. Thank you.